Sorry about the delay there. The central air conditioning unit is basically dead in my home, and that was another place calling me back. I have a couple places come out to give me quotes. They're going to come out today, and they're going to come out tomorrow. So we can get that replaced before we have too many more 90-degree days here. This draft, however, is off to a killer start here. We opened a completely bomb rare in Silver Talon Mandate, and we got past a Cloudbounder here, so just, like, sign me up. Would love it if the Cerulean Sage wheeled, but, you know, Cloudbounder is definitely the pick over the Sage. Look, I didn't choose the Sapphire Life. The Sapphire Life chose me. That does make 78 Cloudbounders. You are correct. Okay, so this pack's actually kind of interesting. So, Vigilant Duskwing is definitely the pick if we would just want to stay true to Sapphire and not move into a second threshold, but Chastise or Call the Deepwood could potentially be cards that are worth moving into a second shard for. I think I want to stay flexible and kind of see what comes around. You usually get paid off if you're able to stay flexible on what your secondary shard's going to be moving into the second pack, so that way we could like pick up something like an Underworld Officer if it comes around or something like that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Vigilant Duskwing. It's a very powerful card. It's 3/5 for 5 with Flight that readies at the start of each opposing champion's turn. Looks like my spoiler article is up on the main site, so we've got three new spoiler cards from the upcoming Hex TCG set 7, Frost Heart. And click that link and check them out. In our next pack, another Cloudbounder, Cerulean Sage, Webborn Apostate. Hey, Cerulean Sage. Look, you just gotta be not specific on what you're asking for. So Cerulean Sage is a great pickup here, and again, just like staying true to the shards that we have so far. We're just waiting to see what all we get passing around here. After this draft, we'll probably play some Immortal. I need some more Immortal tickets before next weekend. You good kid? Yeah, you bouncy. Drafting while distracted, you know. Uh-oh. So, nothing too particularly exciting in this pack in terms of Sapphire. This Amphibious Arachid is not particularly good. There's nothing in this pack that really makes me want to move into a secondary shard. So I think at that point, it's like Call the Deepwood's probably objectively the most powerful card. Conscript and Ardent or Underworld Troop of cost 5. So maybe that's the pickup. Also wouldn't hate just like snaking the Rock Slider in case we want to move into that archetype. Because I do love me a good Rock Slider deck. The problem with the Rock Slider deck is that they're usually less Ruby or less Sapphire and more Ruby. I've already got 2 double Sapphire cards that are pretty good, and Vigilant Duskwing isn't particularly great with Marsville. I think I'm going to grab the Call of the Deepwood. Just kind of see. There's another one of these going around. Perhaps we could move into that. Picking this up is by no means an obligation into moving into Wild, but it's just grabbing the most powerful card in the pack. I've not really done anything with sealed pools. Mostly just draft stuff. I don't really enjoy sealed. It's kind of high variance. This pack, again, there's nothing particularly exciting in either of the shards that we're potentially in right now. Chastise is still in this pack, though, which could be a sign that either this pack had a lot of other good diamond cards in it, or that this shard is kind of open. So, 10 out of 10, I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Chastise here. This is one of the better pieces of common removal in the format. Either this or Feed the Flames are the best pieces of common removal, and very likely that this is actually the best. So solidly in Sapphire, not quite sure what our secondary is doing yet. Old Silver Talon Mandate. The birds are here, and they're angry. Wow, yeah, really happy to be in Sapphire. This is the best piece of Sapphire removal. It's kind of worse than Chastise and Feed the Flames a lot of the time, I think, but if you're in Sapphire, this is about the best we can get. So 10 out of 10, gonna go ahead and pick this up. And there's 6 cards out of this pack already, so unless it must stacked, like if you're in Sapphire, you're taking this card. So hopefully there aren't too many people on Sapphire, and we're just gonna have a pretty open pack too. Hoagland's here. Nobody drafts Sapphire. This pack's pretty mediocre at this point. I guess I don't hate playing a Vanquish or a Reversion if I end up in Diamond. The Orbiculan's not the worst, though, especially if I have a Cloudbounder or get more Cloudbounders, perhaps. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take this. I don't have a ton of 1s and 2s just yet, and I usually like a critical mass of these. Also, if we end up in Diamond, we could pick up Blindside, which is particularly deadly with Orbiculan. Storm Rider is a great Diamond card. I'm kind of surprised to see that one wheel, so 10 out of 10 going to go ahead and snatch that up here. Kind of start leading towards the Sapphire Diamond control deck with Ada. Timmy is very exciting, isn't he? Jacob thinks he's a little lamb. He definitely has a lot to learn. Do 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 do. Nothing particularly exciting here in either direction. I'm actually going to go ahead and snake this Eldritch Shriek. I like picking these up with low priority in the late packs when they're going around, because if you get a few Shrieks and you get a couple Whispers, they're actually pretty reasonable, but the payoff for these is definitely getting the Whispers in pack 3, because they're a 4/4 that just draws a card for, you know, like 3 resources if you have an Eldritch Shriek out. I think picking up the Shriek like out of a pack like that is pretty low risk. Wow, the Chastise came back around, and the Mooncall Ceremony, and the Razor Edge Duelist. So, the fact that all 3 of these cards came back around makes me a little bit surprised. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and pick up the Mooncall Ceremony here as opposed to the Chastise. I want some more quality 1s and 2s, so Diamond is super open right now. Like, the fact that all 3 of those are playable Diamond cards, and like if I'm in Diamond, I'm picking them with some priority. So, kind of sad that I didn't pick the Chastise out of that pack last time. I'm pretty sure that was the pack that had this Call of the Deepwood in it. Battle Scrivener's, like, not impressive, but it's a fine pickup. Ideally, we won't be playing it if we end up with enough playables, but we'll see. I'm really glad we didn't pick up the Rock Slider, because we'd probably be fighting with people for Ruby with how open Diamond is right now. I really like Mooncall Ceremony. You can hit things like Empower Troops with it that are really good. Sometimes you hit things like Sting Shot Sniper and just, like, end the game on the spot. Nothing particularly great here. Furious, Blitzer, or Zap are probably the closest things to playable, so we'll just go ahead and pick up one of those. Nobody do it. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Barrier Bot here. Occasionally I'll board this in against aggressive decks, or if we end up low on 1 and 2 drops. We got about 8 playables here, and we've got like 3 or 4 potentially playable cards here if we end up playing on playables. But if you've seen me draft before, you know that usually you have more than enough playable cards in this format. With 17 cards in every pack, like, it's hard not to. Awakened Herald's actually a reasonable pickup too, because it can enable a Blood or a Ruby splash if we get a particularly powerful Blood or Ruby card in the next pack. For instance, with a couple of Awakened Heralds and like a Roidbot or a Tinkertron, I don't feel bad splashing an Underworld Officer. Howdy, Hesu. Well, everybody's got a water buffalo. Yours is fat, but mine is slow. Where we get them, I don't know. Everybody's got a water buffalo. We like to wheel out of this pack. The rest of this pack actually is very good for us. So, like, don't mind if the outflank comes back around. If the outflank doesn't come back around, we're probably picking up the Elder Shriek or the Reversion. But we got 2 Biggity Bomb rares, so this guy, every time he diligences, he summons a random non-unique buffalo. So, you know, running good. This is actually kind of an interesting pick between Webscribe and Cerulean Sages. They're both pretty powerful cards. I think we're a little bit more on the aggressive side, so I'm going to go ahead and snake the Cerulean Sage here. It can also play defense okay when it needs to, but this card on 1 followed up by any amount of pressure is particularly good. Warp Steel Shardsworn? Sure, why not? Would love it if the Wakuna Coin wheels back around, but 10 out of 10, willing to pick up Warp Steel here. We're still looking to build a critical mass of 1s and 2s, that way we can play this Cloudbounder consistently. Do I want another Chastise, or do I want a Wakuna Coin? I think I'm going to err on the side of the Wakuna Coin here. I really love having a coin or 2 in these Ada decks, just because, like, you generally want to play about 18 resources, and then having coins in your deck makes you get punished less if you flood a little bit in the mid to late game. I think they're sweet, Buffety. If you actually check my YouTube channel, and we did a short overview, and I talked about each of them individually and what I thought they could be good and things like that potentially. If you check my YouTube link below the stream, there's a set 7 gem review there. Another coin. Yep. Yep. I think this is better than Memory of the Fallen. I'm just taking another coin. I love me some coins. Making some change over here, the change maker, if you would. Took my buffalo to the store, got his head stuck in the door. Razor Edge Duelist is a great pickup here. 2/2 for 2, diligences into getting Swift Strike and extra power until end of turn. So once this starts attacking, it can generally attack in and through most things. So we've got 14 cards in our drafted area here, but remember, 2 of these are coins, so we only have about 12 playables right now. So we do need to do some work here and pick up about 10 more cards that we're going to play in our deck between this pack and the next one. This pack's pretty good. I think the Web Scribe's a little bit better than the Diamond Saver. This is kind of like situational removal. Destroys a random opposing troop with cost 5 or with defense 5 or more. I guess it's also good because it has We can like protect our troops and pose constants, but I think the web scribe's better here. This card does a lot of staying power in the early game. Yep, really glad I took the web scribe. I can pick up a second Diamond's Favor here. I usually don't like playing multiple favors in this type of deck, so picking a second up there. There could be an argument made for picking up the Talon Keep Watcher there, since we saw another one going around earlier, but the fact that we're already in the second pack means I'm not likely to get more than 2 of them, if even, so I think... I guess I'm going to go ahead and pick up the extra Eldritch Shriek here, just so I have a second one in case we see Whispers come around to the third pack. I guess the Outflank's playable. Yeah, that's probably objectively the right card to take, especially since I have Buffalord and Cerulean Sage. Yeah, the Outflank's just way better there. We're also actually only on 14 playables right now too, so... Galleon Fearcliff's actually an okay card. It's a 2/4 for 4 with Flight, and it makes a Valor, so basically it's a 3/5 flyer for 5. That's kind of flexible, so... OS updates? You need an OS that only updates when you tell it to update. I'm gonna grab the Friar Tusk here. I never like to start this card, but I almost certainly always board it in against decks that have Dreadlings in it. He's really good at blocking multiple Dreadlings. Like, virtually blocking multiple Dreadlings. Drafting for the 100... Look! I have a problem. I logged in, and I had every intention of playing Constructed, but the draft queue is at 6 out of 8, and I was like, alright, fine, I'll join. You're twisting my arm. And then we pack 1, picked 1 Silver Talon Mandate into pack 1, pick 2 Cloudbounder. We were just like, it was meant to be. The Talon Keep Watcher came back around, so, you know, we would have ended up having 2 of these. But I mean, like, okay, fine. How about an operating system that doesn't make you sit there and stare at a screen while it updates? What's that about? Seems real inconvenient. The other thing that really drove me is like, why does it need to do something when it shuts down and then do something else different when it boots up? Why can't it just do it all at once while I'm using the computer and then ask me to restart? The game's really good, Aaron. And, like, if you enjoy Magic's Eternal formats, like, Hex's gameplay is superb. Bombs? Bombs? You want this? More Cheerios? You want this? This pick's kind of interesting. Forever's Bloom. Forever's Bloom is totally a bomb. But I don't know that it's worth splashing necessarily. So to start of each turn, this gets a counter, And then one of our troops gets a permanent bonus equal to the number of counter jumps. The first time it gives something 1/1 permanently. The second time it gives something 2/2 permanently. We're a little bit light on removal. We only have Chastise, Shackling Strand, and Diamond's Favor. So maybe I think the correct pick here is just take the Brood Net. Yeah, I'm just going to be conservative and take the Brood Net. This Brood Net is almost certainly going to win us games at some point. Man, you know what I would just like to complain about here? Whenever we're in Ruby, not a Lava Shaper in sight. Not for miles, not for draft pods around. I draft Ruby, there's not a Lava Shaper in the pod before me or the pod after me. Better let my own pod. But we're just like, nowhere close to Ruby. Here's a Lava Shaper, sure, why not, you know? Thanks. Mama and Lava Shaper. Yep, I think someone said the Bring to Justice is probably the pick. We were talking about wanting more removal, and I agree with that, I think. But just like, I wanted to salt about the Lava Shaper for a moment there. So thank you for bearing with me. Since we've gone removal here, I actually don't think I want this third Brood Net. I actually really like Jet Cadet. You can just play this on 2 and start attacking with it. Especially if you curve, like, Cerulean Sage into Jet Cadet into, like, Cloudbounder. Like, just so much flying power. I'm taking the next Brood Net at this point. I don't really like Canyon Holler, so yeah, I think so. Man, well, here's an Eldritch Whisperer. Am I supposed to grab I only have one Shriek, never mind. Is that another Bring to Justice or Winter Brave? Winter Brave's actually pretty decent. Like, you get to put the Flight on Attack Gem in here. VMs in general don't run games very well. If your game is 3D and it doesn't run through Wine, you basically need Windows. I think it's just the Winter Brave. You know, take the Winter Brave, get a little more pressure. And this is 22 playables here, so if we don't see anything else that we're particularly interested at this point, we're getting upgrades. I'm gonna grab this now, because if the other Whisper comes back around, we get like a fistful of Whispers. Maybe we'll play them still. Because like 4/4 is a draw card for whatever is good. Man, we could have had, like, the Eldritchy of decks. Huh. I don't really want a Llama Fire or Gust Mage. So I'm gonna keep picking these up and just see where it takes us. Don't hate Battle Agenda here. We actually don't have a lot of things that draw cards in our deck, so I really don't mind picking that up. Nothing in there that's worth playing over one of our things. So what am I cutting for this Battle Agenda? Maybe a Galleon Spearcliff? You can see that. How many troops do we have at this point? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, that's probably a fine number of troops. None of these are particularly great. None of these are particularly great. Want some more Cheerios? Yeah, at this point, I don't think we're going to get the upgrades. I'm pretty sure we have the 22 cards and 2 coins that we're playing. Which is fine. Probably just go 9/9 straight down the middle on Threshold. So 8 Sapphire, 8 Diamond with 1 coin in each. Seems good. Hail the hawk! Hail the hawk! Hail the hawk! All hail the hawk! Man, we are killing these Cheerios, huh, kid? Okay, they're Honey Nut Cheerios, Dad. They're the best. Honey Nut Cheerios! Would you argue these Cheerios are nuts, kid? They're great. They're more than good. They're great. I'm gonna put protection in the warp steel by default. Let him go up the board. Alright, let's go. Get some sponsors for kid stuff. Love to go first. Oh, you know what? I messed up here. I think even in draft, if you are playing an Adamir and you have the option, you probably want... I like being on the draw, actually. Because hitting your resources is pretty important. Like this hand here, like we just want to hit resources like 4 through 6. Like if we make our first 6 resource drops with this hand, we're going to be super excited about it. And like it's looking like there's a very real chance that we're going to miss 3 or 4 potentially. And like if we were on the draw, we'd be more likely to hit those resources on time. Sure. Yep. I think I'm just burning this broodnet because I want to get their thing. I want to use my resources this turn. Good asking, bud. And see, look, actually, if we'd have been on the draw, we'd have been 1 card deeper on our last turn, so we'd have hit that 3rd resource on turn 3 and had this Cloudbounder out already. Oh, you haven't been able to see all of my cards, and my deck list wasn't up there because I'm a big dumb stupid. Sorry about that. It's been a while since we've done a lot of draft. Gotta switch those. That's rude. Yeah, actually, we would have actually just curved out into this on 4 perfectly. We're still looking like we're in a good spot this game, but like it is just worth commenting like things are a little bit awkward for us because I chose to be on the play instead of the draw. Use my tool, a bit of a resource here. Probably chastising this. Yep. Huh. So this is 8 in the air. Yeah, I'm just going to attack with everything here. And then this Vigilant Duskwing does a good job keeping these Dorkos at bay, and if we take 6, that's fine. Maybe I'm supposed to leave one of these back, since 4 of them will let this trigger as is, and then I could chump this 6/6. Or they could brick and die. Yeah, I don't think we want to change anything. This is my bomb rare. Welcome to Limited. The bomb rares have a little bit less impact in draft than they do in sealed because your decks tend to be a little bit more powerful and have more removal in them, but they're still real good. He's not. He's dead in 2 through 1 piece of removal if I play the Vigilant Duskwing. And killing the 6/6, but still attacking with everything, means that he's able to attack me with a 2/2, a 2/2, and a 2/2. So, like, I'm taking the same amount of damage that way. I think removal plus pump is pretty unlikely. Stands a little slow, but it's got a piece of removal in it. It's got the Buffalord. Oh, everybody's got this water buffalo. Do 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 do. Boo do 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 do. Everybody's got the water buffalo. Playing the Duskwing out was also better in the event that they had another Rose Kitten. Someone's got some soil going on. Alright, well, you know. I'm glad this resource is a coin. Hopefully whatever this is, Chastise kills it. Is this worth killing this? Probably not. Okay. There's my little buffalo. Oh, everybody's got the water buffalo. I'm gonna skip here since I have this coin to combat trick my Buffalord into getting a thing out of it. Deal. I'm gonna chastise this. Auto activation with Shackling Strands. You are correct, I could Shackling Strands my own thing. That seems a little bit aggressive, especially if my opponent could potentially have removal for it next turn. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pass here. And then I might diddle it with this coin when my opponent attacks here in a second. Sure. So when the Buffalord diligences, we get a random Buffalo. Non-unique Buffalo. Oh, and now these are both lethal. Is that good? If so, why? Please explain. So if they have an outflank here, they could kill this. But now both of those are dead. That's a pretty good one. Alright. 2-0 to start. Oh no, I forgot to save my deck list. Oops. 2 Tomahawks, you say. So 2 Tomahawks is a champion that has 21 starting life and summons a Sacred Banner, which gives us a Valor every turn. This hand needs a Sapphire, but it's real good if we get one. So long as we draw Diamond cards or Sapphire shards, this hand will be fine. We have 18 resources in our deck, so we'll probably draw one of those 2 things. We have this Mooncall Ceremony to start. Man, ask me what it's like sometimes. Today is gonna be a good day to hex, ladies and gentlemen. Get the old Ardent Crusader conscript there. Oh no! Our opponent had a clean answer. Sapphire? Gosh, we're so unlucky. Now, like I said, bombs like this are a little bit less impactful in limited when you have better access to quality removal, or in draft when you have better access to quality removal. And sealed, they're pretty tilting though. Yeah, God bless. Not looking forward to Conscript leaving. Conscript is my least favorite thing about this limited format. It's got a lot of things going for it, but Conscript is not one of them. I mean, like, we're actually kind of unlucky at this point, right? Like, I'm gonna skip attacking for a turn, because they might have the 2-4 with goods quick. And I prefer not to run this into that. They have it and they're waiting, good on them, but we're probably too far behind at this point. This is going to start generating Valors, and this is going to start generating Valors. I think this hand was a fine keep. Like, it definitely needed help, but, like, every hand needs to draw something. I'm just going to concede at this point, because the chances of us winning this game are pretty low, and I'm not going to give my opponent more information about the cards that are in my deck. Yep, I'm just going to go ahead and submit here. Whoa, weird. Hand's got 3 resources in it. That's strange. Okay. It's monk time. Running good on the Mooncall ceremonies here. No Crusader, but it's probably still pretty decent. Every time this diligences, it gets 2/2 and spell shield, so once it gets the first attack, and it basically just gets to keep attacking. They have a Chastise or Shackling Shreds for this? If they do, they probably want to play it. Doesn't look like it. It's good for us. It's a little awkward that we don't have double diamond, but that's what it is. Hopefully we get to curve out into this Vigilant Duskwing into our champion power. Play this out as a 1/3 and then generates a extra depth crawler with a random. Or it gets dingled. Ring a ding ding da ding da ding bing ding ring a ding ding da ding da ding bing 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 a ding ding da ding da ding 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 ding. Dingler time. Ring a bing bing ba ding da ding ding ding. This is their last chance to hit this with removal, and they don't have it, so that's sweet for us. This is gonna be a 5/5. Let's take our opponents to Pound Town. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack through this. I'm gonna get to curve out into this, which is nice. Rawr. It's not the worst. Man, remember that time we saved our Bring to Justice? God bless. I'm gonna hold this outflank for now. I can use it to kill their 2-2, but that seems like a poor use of that resource. Hopefully we hit a resource next turn so we can go Vigilant Duskwing, hold outflank, and then still activate Ada. Storm Rider. They double block while outflank. Eat your dorks. Storm Rider. I could revert this, but like a 1/3 is not that great, so I don't really think that's worthwhile. Alright, we don't have anything to deal with artifacts, right? Nope. Alright, let's just hope to run them down again. And remember, if possible, we're going to save this Bring to Justice for the Commander Prompt. A lot of our removal can't kill the Commander Prompt. Chastise doesn't work. Shackling Strands and stuff like that isn't very effective. The sand's too slow. And this sand's much better. Needs a 1 or a 2. Dramoon Call Ceremony or Cerulean Sage, perhaps. Perfect. Two 1 with flight. Can only block other troops with flight. Battle Scribs, sure. It's a little unfortunate. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and Broodnet this stage. Right. You should always play 18 resources, especially in like if you're playing a 5 or 6 charge champion, you definitely want to be playing 18 resources. Like you'll lose way more games to screw like this than you do anything else. Oh, we have Diamond's Favor to kill that. Sweet. Forgot about that one. Shard? They only have 1 troop with 5 or more defense, so die. Oh, come on, Kisbet. We're trying our hardest here. We mulliganed the medium 7. We kept an okay 6. Can I please just have a little bit of help? God, he had a Webborn Apostate too. That's really unfortunate for us. This is kind of a frustrating loss. I think that was the final turn where we had to hit there. Oh, jeez, they're just gonna get that out of Brood Debt range? That's gross. Oh well, that's the thing about TCGs, you know, makes them interesting as well as frustrating at times. Sometimes you lose games where you just don't make any mistakes. I'm getting a phone call, I'll be right back, sorry. Yeah, right. That's fine. See if we ever draw a third shard. Excellent! That's the first in our many bricks. At least that one's castable. Maybe a tiny picture of a house. I don't understand. I don't understand. Are we doing it, fam? Are we doing it? I don't want to get ahead of myself, but we might cast one of these 4-drops on turn 4. I don't want to get out ahead of ourselves too far here, but there is a non-zero chance that we are going to play a 4-drop on turn 4 this game. God, the people that play 17 resources in this format are just way luckier than I am. Ah! God bless America. We flew too close to the sun, Jacob. Flew too close to the sun, got burned. Should have known better. This is what we get. We dreamed too big. And our dreams were cut away in front of us, viciously. Just viciously struck down. I'm just a simple man who wants to play some of my cards on curve when I'm playing enough resources in my deck and I'm on the draw to consistently cast those cards on curve. Is that so much to ask? Is it really so much to ask? Ow! Ow! You could sit on my lap, but don't dig your nails into my side. Brat? What a frustrating set of games. What a frustrating set of games, Mr. Jacob. I know. I can't believe it. Ways to summarize what's going on right now. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Hope everyone's afternoon is going better than ours is. You know? Running hot, hot, hot. At least they're stuck too, I guess. We got that going for us. We're actually ahead in this game as it stands right now, but, you know, I'm going to be allowed to complain since it's the third time in 4 games that we've missed. We've missed resources in our 18 resource deck. Good lord. Please? And it's just like, how many cards cost 4 or more in my deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 cards that cost 4 or more in my deck, and we've drawn 3 of them while stuck on 3. Like, that's the extra annoying part. It's just like, the curve in our deck is low too, and we've drawn everything that's at the top of the curve. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Balmy breezes blowing through ya. Do 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 do. Oh no! My favorite hypergeometric distribution tool online is no longer exists. Well, that's sad. Have to find some other one that's less pretty. Alright, so I'm keeping, there's population size is 33, there's 16 hits in my deck. The sample size, we want to hit our 3rd resource on turn 3 on the draw. So that would be 3 cards, and I want at least 1 in there. So we're 87%. We're 87.5% to hit our 3rd resource on the draw with 16 remaining in our deck. That's kind of unreal. So we're 12.5% to miss. So to miss 3 times in that span is just like, wow. So 0.125 raised to the 3, negative 3.002% to miss 3 times like we have. NBD, no big deal. We are the 1/5 of a percent. Well, I mean, the good news is, I guess they still have a Valor, right? And they can Valor this to make the Brood Debt be less good. I think that's fine, because we're going to get to Silver Talon Mandate again next turn and just have a bunch of blockers. Yeah, but those some things have been Crackling Blast, which are just like Meteobitis. That's interesting. I'm not sure why you would put that there and not on here. I'm gonna bring this to Justice at any rate. And play this resource out. Attack for 4 here. Did they play the Valor? Oh, they Valored this. Okay, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. That makes less sense. I really think they should have done it out here, though, because they could unlock it, but To each his or her own. This is a messed up bomb rare. You get 3 Birdocrats, which are these 1/1 flyers, and every time something readies that you have, it gets a counter, and then when it has 6 counters, it comes back to our hand. 10 out of 10 trading a Birdocrat for an Awakened Herald this turn. Alright, so we get to make more Birdocrats next turn. God, they have so many Battle Scriveners. I'm gonna hold this back so I can put a bunch of these in front of one of these. Actually, I'm gonna Valor this one so they can't even kill my Birdocrat. I mean, this card's fine. Like, it's not even really constructed playable as is, so like, being a powerful rare is fine. Alright, we won one of the ones where we were screwed. Submit here again. I don't know. I definitely don't value Battle Scrivener particularly highly. They're good against, like, the Rock Slider archetype. They're not particularly good in these pseudo-mirrors. Yeah, like, it's a fine card. It's just not particularly impressive. Oh, baby! Who's ready to miss our 3rd resource and 4th resource for our 4th game in a row? My body is ready. Holy crap, we're gonna play 3 resources in 3 turns. Holy crap, we're gonna play 3 resources in 3 turns. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. Hold Based on the last game, I'm assuming my opponent's about to play Battle Scrivener here. They dingled my dongle. Hold my dingle. It's actually a very good drop because it means we can revert this back into a research duelist. I'll be right back. I have to discipline a toddler. No attack. Sure. Sure! Good lord! We knew that was coming, right? We knew there was like 0%. We were 0% to hit our 4th resource there. It's literally 0%. Seriously? I guess we have more flying power than them. But they're on target to hit their champion power on time. Could we please hit the Silver Talon mandate this turn? Please? Come on, Kismet! Come on! All I wanted was to hit a 4th shard by turn 5. Is that unreasonable? Is that asking too much? When this thing dies, it conscripts 3 things. This is game 2, right? We're up a game. So we can afford to die here. Yeah, seriously. Ugh. Is this game 3? I genuinely don't remember. I need to update my API tool so it spits out what game we're on. Game 2 sounds right. We're gonna go with game 2. Opponent flaunting the fact that they have so many resources they can discard one. Jeez. Just gonna trade here. If we live to this mandate, like, we're gonna have more than enough chump blockers to keep this Totemic Elder at bay. So, like... Like, if we draw resources, this web scribe gets to make this worse. Like, we have so much that could be going for us here. God bless us, everyone. God bless America, my country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of the icing. Doo 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 doo. Sigh. That could have gone worse, I suppose. Don't Verdict of the Ancient Kings me. This is my one shot, my chance to roll. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. The good news, this is only hitting me for 2 this turn. God bless us, everyone. Alright, trick me. Deal. I'm gonna play this so I can try to hit a resource for the web scribe to web scribe this. God bless. This also means if we get 2 resources like we did, we get to make... Wait. What? Sure. Okay. I mean... I don't know how that helps them, but deal. Okay. Okay, they hit a Cloud Runner. That's pretty good for him. Sure. Yep. You're a good kid. Most of the time, when you're not spitting water everywhere. I'll make 6 more flyers here. 5 more flyers, whatever. Miss lethal. Okay, yeah, you're right. Could have played a bunch of brood nets out. Alright, hopefully they don't punish us for that. It didn't actually count. I didn't realize how low they were. Probably still very dead. There isn't a diamond. They could Clash of Steal us, I guess. Alright, finished 2-1. Losing a match through no fault of our own. You know, sometimes variance gets the best of you. Expecting to do better than 2-1 is kind of unrealistic. So we got our cards in our packs, a couple of packs, so not the worst. 100 on the limited ladder.